Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Eagles franchise. It's season 4, and today we're gonna go through preseason as Antonio Gates is named to the to be a Hall of Famer. And yeah, the former basketball player had a terrific career with the LA or San Diego Chargers back then. We're gonna go through the 3 preseason games today, and you're gonna be looking at a lot of the highlights. If players didn't really show up or didn't have any great impact in preseason, you're probably not gonna see them a whole lot. And more towards the end of the episode where I'm gonna go through the cuts. And yeah, let's jump into the first preseason game. We are coming off an exciting offseason. We picked up a few interesting pieces in the draft and in the offseason as well, and in the free agency, I want to say. And yeah, this is the year of Christian Landry. We let Jalen Hurts go to free agency to start over at the quarterback position because Hurts kept making mistakes and missing people underneath and in the areas he's supposed to be strong in. And so Christian Landry, he was sitting on the bench for his rookie season, but now it's time to unleash his speed and his arm talent. And down the field, it's Mitch Slaughter, 15 yards and a first down, way downfield there. Wow, this looks like Mitch Slaughter is ready to play the game. Motion for a tight end. Mac Jones hands it off to his running back, but nowhere to go. And this is Grant Delpit, who got paid big time in the offseason to be the starting strong safety for the Eagles. And there is Kenneth Gainwell, 15 yards. We also let Miles Sanders walk, so it's his time to shine. We also picked up another running back in the draft. And yeah, Christian Landry on 3rd down and 10. This is Mitch Slaughter, and he's got the first down. So yeah, he looks ready to rock and roll this season. He's going to be the number 2 opposite of Devontae Smith, as this is Matt Upshaw, the new running back with great speed. I think it's 95 speed, 94 excel, and he can juke out some people, all right. 2nd and 9 now for the Patriots QB. I think this is Streveler, and he's going down. It's Milton Williams, who had a great season last year, and we're hoping to see some more of him. 3rd and 8 now for Howie Flanagan, and wide open, it's Ramon Hunter, and he has 31 yards. Flanagan is a undrafted pickup, and he is looking at being the backup QB behind Christian Landry, and Flanagan is on the money. What is this? It's Justin Douglas, the 5th round selection, I want to say. Yeah, we're inside the 2-minute warning now. Time is of the essence. Flanagan, he gets it away. It's Bryant, and he races down the field, and he has 32 yards. Hunter Bryant picked him up in free agency. This looks solid. Blitz showed and the A gap, and there is Matt Upshaw showing the speed to the outside, tiptoeing down the sideline. This is what we want to see. Flanagan hands it off to Matt Upshaw, jukes out one guy, falling ahead, and that's 22 yards. Upshaw looking really solid here, evading tacklers in space. 1st and 10 now for Flanagan in the 3rd quarter, and Flanagan throws one downfield. It's Justin Douglas, and he's got a touchdown. A nice play. That is 64 yards to the rookie receiver. He's going to be the number 4 receiver. He's going to get in whenever there is one out of the starting lineup. Doug Washington, Mitch Slaughter, or Devontae Smith. If one of them is injured or just tired, Justin Douglas is going to get in and get his shot at the next level. We're towards the end of the 3rd quarter, and Damian Harris nowhere to go. Great hit here by, I think that was Grant No, it was Chris Matlock, another safety I drafted. And yeah, Damian Harris, nowhere to go. It's Alonzo McFadden, our second-round defensive tackle, who I have really high hopes for because he has massive athleticism. And this is Alonzo McFadden once again wrapping up the QB. Flanagan has a man down the field, and he once again is on the money. This is 39 yards to Justin Douglas. 6'5" receiver with 92 speed. Second and goal down the red zone. Flanagan gets it away. It's Justin Douglas, and he looks like an absolute monster, torching all of these second backup level caliber DBs on the field. Now 3 minutes left in the game. Flanagan throwing it down the field again, and this is Devontae Smith. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Justin Douglas. It's just so rare that somebody else is getting these deep touchdowns other than Devontae Smith. So this is Justin Douglas. We have seen all he can do in this first game. And the Eagles actually managed to come back into this game, and Alonzo McFadden forcing a punt, and they get the ball back, but they eventually lose the game, or I mean the Eagles lose the game. But it doesn't matter. It's just preseason, and we have a couple injuries going into the next game, and one of them is Nathan Pickett, a backup guard I picked up. We're going to go into the second game. It's against the Chiefs, and there is Devontae Smith, and that's what I'm talking about. He caught it there. And then 2nd and 8. Christian Landry throws it down the field. Mitch Slaughter, and he caught it. It's a touchdown. Unbelievable play by Mitch Slaughter. That was an incredible catch, and also great ball location by Christian Landry. 1-on-1 down the field with a safety, and well, that was a literally perfectly placed ball for Mitch Slaughter, and touchdown Eagles. They get back on offense a few plays later. Christian Landry, and he has a man at the sideline. Great catch by Doug Washington. Great throw too. Christian Landry, bootleg to the left, and that is caught at the sideline. It's Mitch Slaughter, and Landry is on 112 yards after 8 passes. Ridiculously high yards per attempt as Alonzo, oh, that's not Alonzo, that's Fletcher Cox getting to the quarterback, sacking the QB. Christian Landry in the second quarter now, and he runs it up the sideline, showing off the wheels, and that is not contact you want to take, but it is a first down and a lot more. Christian Landry has a man open. This is Mitch Slaughter, breaks a tackle, falling, not into the end zone, down to the 1, but still a 1st and goal. And Slaughter is having a day as well. 3 catches for 93 yards in this game. Starters are in for 2 quarters in this game. And yeah, that was perfect, on the money. And Slaughter even breaks a tackle after the hitch. 2nd and goal now for Christian Landry, and that is wide open. It's Dallas Goedert, and that's a touchdown. So yeah, Dallas Goedert still a part of the team, even though he is not used that heavily, and he might want to look at maybe getting a trade in there for him to get more targets. But he's going to be an Eagle for this season, and maybe if he doesn't get all the targets he wants for the next season, maybe he is going to be gone by then. But great play by Chris Madden there. 1st and 10 now, and well, there is Von Miller, yet another pickup in free agency. He was kind of quiet in the first game, and now he's getting to the quarterback, and this is Fletcher Cox and Milton Williams. So Fletcher Cox is obviously going to stay on the field a lot, but Milton Williams and Alonzo McFadden are probably going to split carries. And this was Christian Ratliff. By the way, he is that other guy I considered when I drafted Matt Upshaw, but Upshaw had a little bit more upside, I thought, and Christian Ratliff, I think, was a little bit more injury prone, but he looks fine there, and down the field, it's Devontae Smith torching the defense again. This is what we are used to. Christian Landry on the money. It's Slaughter, and that's a touchdown. But there is also an injury to Travis Maynard. Doesn't look to be major, though, so we're going to move on to the third quarter. And there is Justin Douglas again, catching the pass from Howie Flanagan, who, by the way, is also from Stanford, just like Christian Landry. So we have two Stanford quarterbacks. And Justin Douglas just caught one more, 6'5" down the sideline, and that is, I think, 32 yards. Huge gain for Douglas. First and goal, Howie Flanagan. He has a man open. It's Saunders, and that's a touchdown. Bobby Saunders, 6'1" and 172. I think he's kind of a Devontae Smith-like built player, but he does not have the same route running qualities. So yeah, and there is Alonzo McFadden in the backfield. That's a safety for McFadden here. And yeah, 4th down and 9 late in the game. Flanagan over the middle. Justin Douglas, first down. And yeah, in this game, Flanagan was not as efficient as in the first game. And yeah, well, this is kind of horrible, but somehow Justin Douglas comes down with it, which is kind of ridiculous if you think about it. But yeah, 2nd and 7 now. Flanagan motions in Bobby Saunders. Flanagan throws it to the outside. It's Justin Douglas into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. They're trying to get back in this game as they're cutting it down to a 2-score lead. Now a handoff, and Matlock forces the fumble and recovers it. What a play by the 5th-round safety. Unbelievable. Look at what he does. He thinks he can get this one, and then he just, yeah, lays him out. Lays the hit stick here, and then, yeah, Flanagan to Nolan Graham, a tight end we drafted in the, I think, 4th round, and he has a touchdown, his first in an Eagles uniform. And now it's a 1-score game to start the 4th quarter. We're already at close to 100 points scored in this game. Nolan Graham with a great catch and run. 3rd and 5 now for Flanagan, and he's got a man open. It's Graham, breaks a tackle, falls ahead, gets a few extra, and that's a first down into Chiefs territory. So they are trying to get back in this game here. They were down by 3 scores at one point, and Nolan Graham has yet another catch. It's 11 more. And finally, they are moving the ball down the field. 2nd and goal. Flanagan has a man open. That's a touchdown. It's Justin Douglas, who somehow is open all the time. And he has yet another touchdown. He is destroying these backup caliber DBs. And, well, what an incredible pick. It's Alex Stanford. And he has an interception. The game is tied. 4 minutes to go, and the Eagles can now take the lead. 104 points scored in this game already. Flanagan close to the goal line, and he has his man at the 1. It's Graham with a great catch. And they are just going to add a field goal. 3-point game, and the QB goes down again. There is a sack. 4th and 20. And they're just going to heave it down the field, and this is broken up. It's Kevin Bonds on the breakup. And there is going to be a first down for the Eagles, and they're probably, yeah, they can kneel out this clock. So, yeah, that is a great game for the offense. Not so great for the defense. We're going to go into the 3rd game, in which we will see 3 quarters of starters. And there's a great catch and run made by Upshaw. That's a first down. Landry. It's a pressure, a 5-man pressure, and wide open is Mitch Slaughter. And he's got the first down, 22 yards. As there is an injury to Austin Tucker, a former draft target that I did end up not drafting because he's injury prone. And there is Landry showing off the wheels, 15 yards with his 89 speed. 1st and 10, Matt Upshaw up the middle. He's got the first down. That's 11 yards. And a nice, perfectly blocked run. They end up not getting any points on that run or on that drive. And so the defense is back out onto the field, and Fletcher Cox just sacked Justin Herbert. Eagles back on offense. Christian Landry, 4-man pressure, gets it away in time. Matt Upshaw, and he is taking a hit here, but 13 yards and the first down. And now Christian Landry close to the red zone, and there is Upshaw redirecting and absorbing a hit stick of epic proportions by Derwin James. 2nd and 10, Kenneth Gainwell to the left side, and he jukes out the last man. Touchdown Eagles. Great play. Perfectly blocked to the left side, and then he jukes out the last guy. Touchdown Eagles. They tie up this game to the beginning of the 2nd quarter. So we are going to look at a two-headed run offense here with Kenneth Gainwell and Matt Upshaw. One guy is the fast guy and the other guy is the more powerful guy, even though Kenneth Gainwell doesn't have the greatest power of anything. But yeah, Von Miller gets a sack here, but it's still 3rd and 10. And yeah, this is a massive hit stick by Grant Delpit again. He is looking like a stud signing. He's making plays in preseason. That's nice to talk about. And then Matt Upshaw up the middle again, fighting ahead, getting his extra yardage, and that's 15 yards for him. 1st and 10, Christian Landry. We're inside the 2-minute warning. 4-man pressure over the middle. This is Doug Washington, who has been kind of quiet in preseason, but it's not his job to destroy anything in preseason here. He's not even playing all that much, and but here he makes a terrific catch at the sideline, keeping his feet in bounds. Great play. Christian Landry in the 3rd quarter now, and he just runs it himself. That's 14 more. He has some serious wheels. If you lose contain, he is going to destroy you on the ground. 2nd and 6, and nowhere to go. This is a great play, but we also have another injury for Avonte Maddox. 3rd and 8, it's Justin Herbert, and he has some serious time before getting sacked, and this is Jonathan Rivera off the left edge, or rather the right edge from the defensive perspective. 1st and 10 now for Landry from his own goal line. Dallas Goedert is his man, 19 yards. And maybe we're going to see a resurgence of Dallas Goedert in this offense, because Jalen Hurts didn't target him a lot, but Christian Landry might. And there is Devontae Smith outrunning the entire defense and having a 22-yard gain, I think. Now we have a 3rd quarterback in, and that is Alex Martinez, and he has a perfect over-the-shoulder throw in the basket to Nolan Graham, who is also having a great preseason. This is looking like a lot of fun. And now nowhere to go for this offense. And yeah, this is Dalvin McCall, a rookie draft pick, an edge rusher. Alex Martinez gets rid of it. This is Bobby Saunders. That's 12 yards. They're moving down the field. Tied game at 17. Goal line offense, 3rd and 2. And this is Anthony McFarland. He jukes out one guy, falls ahead, and is down at the 3-yard line. That's a 19-yard run. 4th and goal. They're going for the win. And Martinez has his man. It's Justin Douglas. Touchdown Eagles. They're taking the lead. And they played aggressive. Justin Douglas caps off a massive preseason with a touchdown here. We're just going to go to the defense again as somebody's going down. It's Milton Williams in the backfield again. So he has been having a quieter preseason than I want to see, but yeah. We're back on offense again, and this is Nolan Graham, 15 yards for him. We're just going to treat that as every 2-minute drill ever. We get a field goal out of it. And there is a throw down the field, and it is intercepted. It's Jalen Gilmore, and that is going to seal this game. Great play by Jalen Gilmore. We're going to go over some preseason numbers now. Flanagan played a fine preseason. Christian Landry as well. Alex Martinez as well. I think you could do better with all three of those. I mean, none of them has like 60% completion percentage or anything. But there's a lot of offensive firepower with these guys on the field. And I think that Christian Landry is prepared to take this offense one step ahead. Also with a now even better offensive line, a lot more, even more weapons, especially on the speedy side of things. Matt Upshaw had a phenomenal preseason. Christian Landry had 78 yards on the ground. Kenneth Gainwell had a fine preseason. He's not great or anything, but I'd say that both of these running backs are going to see a lot of carries. I was kind of disappointed with Matt Breida because he should have the big gains and he didn't show any of that explosiveness. Anthony McFarland ended up not playing a lot, and yeah, he had that one big run and two runs that were not so great. We already know Justin Douglas, massive preseason, 6 touchdowns in 3 games, almost 400 yards on the through the air. Yeah, he's the 4th receiver. And then Mitch Slaughter, he had a fine preseason, nothing spectacular, but that's fine with me. Also, Devontae Smith, only 7 catches. He didn't play a lot, but he had 19 yards per reception. Nolan Graham had a nice preseason here, 96 yards, 2 scores. That looks great. Doug Washington had a really quiet preseason, but who cares? He's gonna show up in the regular season, or at least I hope so. And Dallas Goedert, also a little bit quieter. Hunter Bryant as well. These tight ends are not getting used a whole lot in this offense, but I hope that there is a resurgence of targets and yards and touchdowns, because yeah, Devontae Smith has not shown to be a dominant red zone receiver. So yeah, Mitch Slaughter can't do it all. So yeah, I'm hoping that it shows up that we have a couple great tight ends there on the roster. And then we're gonna go to the defensive side of the football, and yeah, with these tackle numbers, Chris Matlock looked great. Deacon Chancellor, Coco Washington. For TFL's Milton Williams, he still is a great run defender, and Alonzo McFadden is as well. Both of them had a really good preseason, and Von Miller as well. He didn't play as much. Dalvin McCall had 2 TFLs and a sack. That looks fine to me. But yeah, Milton Williams and Alonzo McFadden. I think it's smarter to play Alonzo McFadden just because he has the more upside. Milton Williams had a Defensive Player of the Year caliber season last year, and he didn't even get star dev, while Alonzo McFadden already has that. And then yeah, Jonathan Rivera had a quiet preseason, but yeah, Dalvin McCall showed some promise. Jalen Gilmore with a pick here. He is the 4th corner. He is going to be the 2nd slot corner in this defense. And Alex Stanford also had a pick. This was, yeah, kind of a lackluster defensive performance on turnovers. But yeah, Chris Matlock with that forced fumble. That was ridiculous. We're here in a cut week, and look who's on the market. It's Chuba Hubbard. And I like this skill set a lot. And that is why I want to bring him in. He can break some tackles, all right? In his 4th year out of Oklahoma State, and he's going to get a contract here. He's going to be on the roster. And he's going to be the 3rd running back behind Matt Upshaw and Kenneth Gainwell. So yeah, $2 million contract for him. And then Dakota Howell is on the market. I liked his upside as a rookie, but yeah, it seems to be the case that he got cut, and he is a fine route runner, catches the ball well. He's gonna be on the roster as well. I like his skill set a lot. And he also has 92 speed, which is great considering that Mitch Slaughter doesn't have the greatest speed. So if anything ever happens to him, there is maybe a couple of guys here in Justin Douglas and Dakota Howell that can step in. Landon Davis. He looks like a great tight end prospect. He got cut after his, I think this is his rookie season. His second year. So after 2 years, he got cut. He's from Stanford, so he played with both our starting and backup quarterbacks. So yeah, he's going to get on the roster here as well. And that is a pretty tight end room, because we now have, I think, 5 guys on there, plus the long snapper. And then Alex Soto, an edge rusher that I really like, is on the practice squad of the Jets. And I think that is a pretty fun skill set. He's going to be a backup edge rusher as well here, together with Delvin McKell and what's his name, Bradley Middlebrooks. I'm not sure what his name was. Middlebrooks, who did not show up in preseason, but that's okay. We have a couple edge rushers now. And now we're gonna get to the cuts. Ruben Haywood, linebacker, gets practice squatted because, yeah, he's nothing great, nothing special. We're gonna release a UDFA corner from a couple of years ago. We're gonna release Marlon Tuipulotu. He's a backup defensive tackle who is just getting older now, not going to develop a whole lot. Landon Stewart to the practice squad. Stephen Bayless, Chris McClendon. Alex Stanford goes to the practice squad as well. Even though he played fine in preseason, we couldn't afford to keep him on the roster. He was the odd one out at corner. And then Jamal Richardson, who was that 7th round draft pick. I think he's going to get practice squatted too here. Hunter Bryant, Marquez Grubbs, Matthew Thomas, Dakota Barrett. There's a lot of players that we are releasing and practice squatting here because, yeah, we can't keep them all on the roster. And so, yeah, we also cut Matt Breida because he was not as explosive as I hoped he would be. And we now have Chuba Hubbard. Mantra Wakefield gets practice squatted. Alex Martinez also practice squatted. And yeah, that's cut week. So we're going to take a final look at the roster now. And we're going to start at quarterback. Christian Landry, Stanford, second-year player now. And he looks ready to go. 89 speed, 88 throw power. 87 short accuracy, 84 medium, 84 deep. He is ready. He might not be perfect in his, you can consider it his rookie season, but he's gonna be just doing fine because he can't play all that much worse than Jalen Hurts with all those accuracy issues. And then, yeah, as I already said, Kenneth Gainwell, Matt Upshaw, Chuba Hubbard. And then just as a reserve guy, Anthony McFarland is going to fill out the bottom of this running back room, but I'm really excited about this group of running backs. We're going to have so much fun. And there is some speed in there too. So it's not like Kenneth Gainwell's slow or anything. But Matt Upshaw, 95 speed, that is ridiculous. And he's going to get, I hope we can split the touches pretty equally between the top 2 guys. Devontae Smith, yeah, nothing to say about him. He's a dominant X receiver. Mitch Slaughter, 6'2", 235 with 90 speed. And Doug Washington is the 3rd guy. These 3 are your top 3 receivers. And then if anybody is ever gonna get hurt, Justin Douglas, you're up. Rookie receiver, 92 speed, great catching traffic and stuff. So looking forward. And then Eli McLaughlin, Dakota Howell, and Bobby Saunders are going to be the backup receivers who are probably not going to get to play a whole lot, but yeah. I think they all did fine in preseason. Dallas Goedert is the tight end. Landon Davis is going to be the second tight end. Even though Nolan Graham had a great preseason, Nolan Graham is going to be the third guy, and Thaddeus Moss is going to be a fullback / tight end, kind of Josiah DeGuara-like. And then, yeah, Lovato is our long snapper, of course. We kept him on the roster, and I will continue to do so until he retires, because it's realistic. Offensive line, it looks great. The situation is getting better and better. Sean Keaton, 83 overall. I mean, with a bonus, but he looks really solid. And DeAndre Lucas is going to back him up. 22 years old, 69 overall. Cameron Robinson looked to be the best offensive lineman last year, and he is continuing to develop. Nathan Pickett is a backup interior lineman. And then Easton Young in his second season now. Chris Haas, we have a rookie right guard because we had a retirement there. But I think he's going to be fine as well. And then Landon Dickerson is going to be backing up him and the center, Easton Young. Because, yeah, he looks solid, but he just didn't do as well as you would hope. So he's now a backup and probably going to let him go at the end of the year. Travis Maynard is going to take over for the retired right tackle Lane Johnson. That's his name, Lane Johnson. So yeah, not too worried about that. We have Von Miller, 35 years old. He's going to be the starting edge rusher here on the left side. Alex Soto and Delvin McKell are going to back him up. Both of those guys are kind of pretty similar size-wise, and also from the athletic standpoint, they're kind of really close. And yeah. On the other side, it's going to be Jonathan Rivera is going to be the top guy, hoping he can get back to his rookie performance. And Josh Sweat is going to be the starter in a run defense, so in the 4-3 base looks. And then Bradley Middlebrooks, who he had a quiet preseason this time around. Last year he had a great preseason, but he's still on the roster. I like him a lot, and he's only 24 years old. Then defensive tackles, Fletcher Cox, Alonzo McFadden, and Milton Williams are going to be the top three guys. And it's kind of a miracle that I have not yet cut Clay Riley. But yeah, he doesn't look all that great. He even lost his star dev. So I'm thinking about, probably trading him or cutting him at some point. I don't think he's going to stay on the roster all that long. And then Harvey McNeil, a second-year defensive tackle that manages to fill out the bottom of the roster here, but he's probably not going to see the field in his second year. For linebackers, we have Lavonte David, Mike Middleton, and Deacon Chancellor. Those are the top three guys. The top two guys in pass coverage are David and Middleton, of course. Deacon Chancellor is a strong run stopper, but I will get his coverage up there so that he can take over for Lavonte David next year. And I think we have our great middle linebacker duo here, or our sub linebacker duo rather. Tyler Stokes and Coco Washington are kind of some fascinating pieces. Stokes is a great run defender. He's making plays whenever he's in, but he's not consistently playing consistently enough. And then Coco Washington, he's just a rookie. And yeah, that's that. Corners, Dante Jackson, Chris Madden are going to be the outside corners. Avonte Maddox is going to be the slot. And if anything happens, Jalen Gilmore is going to be the fourth corner, both inside and outside. And then Kevin Bonds, he's just going to be the last backup. I wish we could have kept Alex Stanford, but I had to make a decision, and I thought that Jalen Gilmore is just the flat-out better player with the higher upside with his 93 speed. And then Kevin Bonds, he just looked too solid, and he swatted a few passes away. And then Alex Stanford just had the one pick. I think his coverage was fine, but he didn't make great plays in the preseason, so I practice squatted him. Really sad about that cut, or practice squatting here with Stanford, but maybe he gets called up if somebody goes to IR. Taylor Anderson, third-year safety, and we're looking to hopefully sometime get an interception or a great play here and there. He's just not making the great plays right now. James Wiggins still on the roster. He looks great with his hit power and abilities, also in coverage. And then Grant Delpit. He looked great in preseason. I have a lot of high hopes for him. And then Chris Matlock also looked really solid in preseason. All of these guys I'm really hopeful for. And kicker, still Jake Elliott. And punter, we still have Presley Harvin. So yeah, that is the full roster. And let's just get a quick look at the draft picks. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 6s and 2 7s. Oh, 3 7s actually. So yeah, nothing special here, but maybe some capital you can give up in a trade up or something like that. And for the practice squad, these are the players here. I think there is a lot of surprises. Stanford, as I already mentioned, kind of hurt. And of course, D'Angelo Stevenson and Jamal Richardson, the edge rushers I had to put on the practice squad. They're just not refined enough yet to even be a backup. So, Christian Landry, starting in his second year in the NFL. Can he be the franchise quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles? His ratings look that way. His rating under pressure, not so much. But I think he is going to be good enough to take over this offense and operate it successfully, even though he might not be the 5,000 yards passer or anything. I think he can do just as fine as Jalen Hurts has, just for a lot less money, because I think we're paying Christian Landry about $1 million for this season, and we would have had to pay Jalen Hurts a lot more than that, like 35 million. So yeah, that's where this team stands after preseason. Really excited to get into the regular season and hope that this team is going to make it to the playoffs finally. This offense and defense look a lot stronger, especially the defense, but also the offensive line has improved. Oh, I mean, not really. It hasn't really improved if you consider that we lost 2 top guys to retirement. But the left side of the line is getting better and better. These are young players that are developing, and same goes for the right side of the line. And there may be some setbacks in pass protection early in the season, but I think this is going to be just fine. And finally have a defense now that is maybe more capable to stop opposing offenses. That's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Eagles franchise. See you in the next episode. Until then, spread some love.